Hey guys, welcome to my video. In today's one, I would like to try out a potentially overpowered skill, alchemy. I'm going to level up alchemy to 100 and then try and fight one of the hardest enemies in Oblivion, Umbra, while using potion. There is a way you can cheese Umbra by bringing her to the Imperial City and letting all of the guards fight her. However, I'm gonna try and fight her by myself. I also heard she has a great sword that I can get. My plan is to go to the city of Skingrad, which is in the center west side of the map, where there are grape and tomato farms. It turns out that I can take these ingredients for free. Then I can use those ingredients to make some restore fatigue potions, and this will level up my alchemy skill. Once I have leveled it up to 100, I can go ahead with my plan and challenge Umbra.
Umbra, it is everything.
I have an epic place of my own called Frost Crag Spire, and I have fully upgraded it so I can use Alchemical Brilliance, which is a perk you can get from standing next to this table. How it works is, it momentarily increases your alchemy skill by 15 points, which will initially help me level up faster. So that is the loop. Collect ingredients, brew potions, sell potions, wait 3 days of in-game time, and repeat. However, somewhere along the way, I contracted vampirism, which means eventually I will take constant damage while I'm in the sun, and I have to feed on people to have no negative effects. I don't really want to feed on people in order to survive. Before I continue with alchemy, I would like to try and cure my vampirism. So I head back to Skingrad and make my way to the chapel to talk to a character named Vilandris. I inquire about curing vampirism, and he tells me Ramanus at the Arcane University may have some more information. I arrive at the Imperial City at the Arcane University at night when no one is around, so I decide to wait a bit, and then this message comes up. Anyway, Ramanus Polus gives me a lead and tells me to speak to the Count of Skingrad, which is very interesting. So I travel back to Skingrad to speak with the Count. However, I manage to get caught in the sun, and I get cooked alive. I have to pick the lock at nighttime for the main entrance so I can survive.
It looks like you've wandered into a restricted area. You've got to...
Greetings. Do you have business at Castle Skingrad?
I speak with Hal Lears about getting an audience with the Count.
I understand you're looking for a cure for vampirism. This is fortunate, as I also seek the cure. I wish to tell you a story so that you might understand why I would trust you with my secrets. Would you hear it? More than 50 years ago, my wife Rona and I were both turned into vampires. While I came to embrace the changes in myself, she did not. She hated what she had become and refused to feed to keep herself healthy. She eventually slipped into a coma from which she is not awoken. My trusted servants have cared for her all this time, but I wish for her to at last find peace. The cure is for her. I have researched what I can, but acquiring the cure is beyond my grasp. I cannot risk drawing too much attention to myself. So I would ask that you take up the search on my behalf. If you are successful, I will reward you in whatever small way I can. Will you aid me? What little I have discovered points to the witches of Glenmoral. In the past, they have been capable of creating a cure. I have searched for these witches throughout Cyrodiil, but no coven still exists within its borders. There may be one left. I have unconfirmed reports of a woman seen near the Corbolo River who fits the description of these witches. Seek her out and learn whether she can help. She lives somewhere along the river, east of the Imperial City and south of Cheydinhall. If you are successful in finding a cure, report to my steward. You have my thanks.
So I head over to the eastern side of the map to track down a witch who can help me get the cure for vampirism. I finally find a little cottage, which definitely gives retired witch vibes, and stumble in. This witch doesn't seem to lock her door while she is sleeping, so I walk in on her in her bed. I get the option to feed on her, which would be kind of funny. However, I decide against it and just want to speak to her about the cure. Melisande wants me to gather some grand soul gems for her, so I go to the Imperial City Market District to just purchase them from the shops. During the process, I get this freaky pop-up. I head back to the witch and hand over the soul gem. She needs a lot of ingredients for the cure, which are 6 cloves of garlic, which I stole from the apartments in Skingrad, 2 shoots of blood grass, which I had collected from the plains of Oblivion, and 5 leaves of nightshade, which I picked up in the countryside during my travel. The tricky one was the blood of an Argonian. However, I went to Periot's shrine, where there was an Argonian frozen in place. So I took advantage of the situation. I'm sure I can free them later on, so I hope she will forgive me. Another ingredient is the ashes of a great vampire. I can find one named Hinderil near the North Panther River on the eastern side of Cyrodiil. This cave system was a maze to try and navigate, and Hinderil wasn't much of a fight. He just walks past me and lets me cast destruction spells on him. So I collect his ashes and return to Melisande.
To this neck of the woods, sir. Hinderil is destroyed? You are indeed a force to be reckoned with. I shall take the ashes. Finally, some part of him can be put to a good use. I have everything I need. Now all that remains is to brew the potion. This, however, is a task with which you cannot assist. Give me 24 hours. I shall have the potion ready for you then.
I am told to come back in 24 hours, so I literally wait inside her house the whole time. Melisande hands me the cure for vampirism, and I head back to Skingrad to hand it to the Count. I speak to Hal Leors, and she leads me to a secret passage under the castle. I think it's really neat how the castle subjects just accept and seem to embrace that the Count is a vampire. It kind of makes sense in the way that he seems to be a squared away individual, and why not let him govern the whole place? Because he will be alive seemingly forever, and it may actually be the best for them.
Welcome. Time grows short. The cure must be administered as soon as possible. Please, hand it over. Melisande has agreed to help revive Rona long enough for her to drink the potion, and finally be at peace. If you are quiet, you may remain. Now stand aside.
I can bring her around for a short time. You must be quick.
Rona, my dear, it's time to wake up.
What? Janice, please, no. Oh, let me sleep. Oh, please let me sleep.
It's all right. It's all right. I've come to give you peace at last.
I can rest. Truly.
Yes, my dear. Just drink this, and it will all be better.
Oh, Janice, thank you. Thank you for saving me.
A pleasure to see you. My wife. My beautiful wife. Now is not the time for discussion. Give me a day's time to set her affairs in order. Speak with Hylers tomorrow. Please, leave me to my grief.
Hush, child. This is serious.
So at this point, it was great how Count Janus could free his wife from vampirism because she wasn't happy with how it changed her. Also, I was able to cure myself. It is a bit of a sad story with a sort of a happy ending too. It would have been nice if Count Janus and his wife could have found a way to be with each other, but that would be too simple. This story adds a neat dynamic to the game in the way that it conveys that life doesn't turn out the way you want it to sometimes. I thought it was neat how the witch Melisande, who I can imagine has done some questionable things in the past, was there to help with the whole situation too. I'm glad I could cure myself and help Count Janus and his wife get closure along the way too. This is one of the best quests I have done so far in Oblivion. Even though it is simple, it had me going to various parts of the map to get various items and adds to the world in an immersive way. Now that I am cured, I continue with the alchemy loop and reach level 100, and I concoct some very powerful potions to prepare myself for Umbra. I head over to the location, Vindisol, and explore in its deep caverns and find Umbra. She doesn't have any dialogue options and says very little, but seems to be absolutely obsessed with Umbra.
Umbra, it is everything.
I decide to dab my arrows in the newly made poison and find out if alchemy is as powerful as it seems. Each poison does 7 points of damage for 26 seconds, and they stack too, so I'm gonna do some insane amounts of damage. The more I hit her, her health very quickly melts away in under 30 seconds, and that is crazy considering I'm playing on hard difficulty. So yeah, I can confirm that alchemy is very powerful in Oblivion, and I will definitely put it into good use in my adventure. I have some other videos documenting my Oblivion adventure. Thanks so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps my channel a lot. Also leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of what happened in this video, or even Oblivion as a whole.